The Harmattan wind, a dry whisper from the Sahara, carried tales and dust across the ochre plains of Igbo land, but none so persistent and veiled as the legend of the forgotten oracle of Isiagu. Nestled deep within the shrouded embrace of the ancient Umoji forest, its wisdom was said to be as potent as the venom of the spitting cobra and its secrets guarded by spirits older than the oldest Iroko tree. For generations, its pronouncements had guided clans, averted wars, and whispered the destinies of kings, until one day, silence fell. The oracle vanished, swallowed by the forest emerald depths, leaving behind only fragmented whispers and a gnawing void in the spiritual heart of the people. Nkemdelim, a young woman with eyes that held the keenness of a hawk and a spirit as restless as the Niger's currents, felt the weight of this silence more than most. Her grandmother, the last known initiate to the oracle's inner sanctum, had passed down cryptic riddles and unsettling dreams, visions of swirling mist, chanting voices swallowed by the earth, and a single, obsidian tear falling from a stone face. The elders of her village spoke of the oracle with a mixture of reverence and fear, warning against disturbing its slumber, claiming that its secrets were best left buried with time. But Nkemdelim felt an undeniable pull, a conviction that the oracle's wisdom was not lost, merely forgotten. Driven by these fragmented clues and an unshakable intuition, Nkemdelim embarked on her quest. The Umoji forest was a labyrinth of tangled vines, whispering leaves, and shadows that danced with unseen eyes. She navigated treacherous ravines and crossed streams that hummed with the secrets of the earth. Along her path, she encountered eccentric hermits guarding forgotten lore, their eyes holding the distant gleam of ancient knowledge. They spoke of trials set by the spirits, of riddles woven into the very fabric of the forest, and of guardians who tested the worthiness of those who sought the oracle's wisdom. One such guardian was a wizened old man named Okoro, his skin like the bark of an ancient tree and his voice a low rumble. He presented Nkemdelim with a puzzle box crafted from ebony, its surface etched with intricate symbols. The path to the forgotten lies within understanding what was, he rasped. Days turned into nights as Nkemdelim traced the symbols, her fingers growing raw. Finally, she realized the symbols mirrored the constellations of a forgotten lunar cycle, a celestial map leading not upwards, but downwards. The box sprang open, revealing a smooth, grey stone pulsating with a faint, inner light. Following the guidance of the stone, which seemed to hum louder when she was on the right path, Nkemdelim ventured deeper into the forest heart. The air grew heavy with the scent of damp earth and something else, something ancient and faintly metallic. She found herself at the foot of a colossal Iroko tree, its roots snaking into the earth like the limbs of a slumbering giant. At its base, almost hidden by a curtain of moss, was a narrow opening, leading into darkness. Hesitantly, Nkemdelim entered. The air within was still and cool, carrying the faint echo of chanting. The passage descended into the earth, the walls lined with carvings that depicted strange beings and celestial events. The obsidian tear from her dream was there, carved into the wall, marking a turning point. Beyond it, the passage opened into a vast cavern, illuminated by phosphorescent fungi that clung to the damp walls, casting an eerie, ethereal glow. In the center of the cavern, upon a raised dais of smooth river stones, sat the oracle. It wasn't a person, as the legends had suggested, but a magnificent, intricately carved stone effigy, its features serene and timeless. Before it lay a collection of objects, smooth cowrie shells etched with symbols, polished bones arranged in patterns, and bowls filled with dried herbs that still held a faint, evocative scent. The air thrummed with a palpable energy, a silent language waiting to be deciphered. As Nkemdelim approached, a sense of profound peace washed over her. The riddles of her grandmother, the visions in her dreams, the trials of the forest, they all coalesced into a sudden understanding. The oracle hadn't vanished, its form had merely changed. Its wisdom wasn't spoken, but felt, interpreted through the careful reading of the objects before it, a language of symbols and intuition passed down through generations, now almost lost. She spent days in the cavern, her fingers tracing the carvings on the effigy, her mind absorbing the silent stories held within the arrangement of shells and bones. She learned that the secrets weren't grand pronouncements of the future, but subtle understandings of the interconnectedness of nature, the rhythms of life and death, and the delicate balance between the seen and unseen worlds. The obsidian tear wasn't a symbol of sorrow, but of deep understanding, a single point of clarity in the swirling mist of existence. Emerging from the Umoji forest weeks later, Ngemdilim was no longer just a curious young woman. She carried within her the quiet wisdom of the forgotten oracle, not as pronouncements to be shouted from the rooftops, but as a deep understanding to be shared with a gentle hand and a knowing gaze. The oracle hadn't been lost, it had been waiting for someone to listen to its silent language, to rediscover the secrets whispered not on the wind, but in the stillness of the earth. And in Kemdilim, the forgotten oracle had finally found its voice again, a quiet echo resonating with the ancient wisdom of Asiago.